Check this out. Huge Canary Island date palm. This is close to the Hackney Museum in London. Look at the size of this phoenix. It's a Phoenix canariensis. I'll just walk around here. And there's another one over here. Check out the date palms outside of this house. Canary Island date palms, London. Phoenix canariensis. Looking very, very healthy. Darleston Rd, London. I'm about to check out what is told to be the tallest and largest Washingtonia palm in London. And here we have it. It's a monster. It's way taller than the building. It looks kind of filifera-ish, but I guess there's some hybridization also. But looking at the color of the leaves and the trunk and everything, it's definitely not a robusta. petioles are so far up there, I can't see if there's any red on them. Maybe a slight touch. Slight touch. I guess it's a Washingtonia filibuster, but filifera dominant. Crazy trunk on that one. Look how close to the house it grows. Not a typical English garden, one would say. This reminds me more of the Mediterranean or California. Imagine if all the houses here planted Washingtonias like this. It's towering. Check it out from this angle. Look at the crown up there. Let's see how it looks from the other side of the road. How tall do you think that is? This is just insane. I guess it was planted about 20 years ago or 25. Read that on the internet. Absolutely crazy. If people take notice on this or get inspired, I guess the London skyline will definitely change the next 10, 15, 20 years. Phoenix canariensis everywhere here in London. Imagine in 10, 15, 20 years how this will look like. This one's got a solid trunk here. All the day palms I see here are so green. I guess they love the moist weather. They are not shy of rainfall. And this is a Yucca gigantea, and it's giganteous. check out this size.
And maybe I'll come down this afternoon to pick them up. Yeah? Thank you.
We are here at Egerton Place, and we can find a small private garden here that is absolutely amazing. Check this out. Here we have a Canary Island date palm, Phoenix canariensis, and it's absolutely massive. Check out the crown on this one. And here is a Jubaea. Not sure if it's odorata or some other type, but check it out. Looks amazing. There's even another date palm inside of there. It's like a jungle. It's so impressive. Imagine this being possible here in London. 51, 52 degrees north, latitude north. There's a Trachycarpus fortunei. Cool garden, really nice. All right, just walking down this random street here, and here are some Canary Island date palms growing behind the fence here. They look amazing. So green, so fresh. Look at the leaves here. Look at the feathers. They are really, really loving the London climate, London weather. Excellent. The huge Phoenix canariensis you see here is located at the River Gardens in London. I believe this is the tallest Canary Island date palm in London. It has formed a massive trunk. It is huge, it is tall. You can compare it to the building back there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's pushing the 5th floor. So let's go check it out. I was just walking down this street and look what's here. There's so many exotics. Look at these cordyline red stars. They are huge. Looking absolutely amazing here in London. And there's a Canary Island date palm here as well. And there's more cordylines. There's a Camarops here. Camarops humilis. I think I saw something over here. More red stars. Right now I'm at the Warwick Gardens in London, and at this location you can find 3 or 4 I think, Canary Island date palms with quite a spectacular size. So let's go and check them out. You see the green small plants here? That are actually small palm trees, seedlings, palm seedlings. So this palm tree has produced seeds. The seeds have dropped to the ground and they've actually started to germinate, and here they are growing in London. Canary Island date palms naturalizing in the middle of this road in London at latitude 51-52 north. That's crazy. Look at how many they are. There's a massive trunk on this one, that's for sure. Beautiful specimen over there. Very, very full crown. There's another one back there. You can see it in the distance behind the bus now. Another Phoenix canariensis. Alright, check this out. This is a Jubaea chilensis growing here in this roundabout in London, and it's quite huge. Check out the leaves, check out the trunk. Well, it's difficult to get closer because of the traffic here, but let's see. Excellent palm tree. Jubaea chilensis. Chilean wine palm. This Phoenix canariensis is huge, lurking behind that fence. beside that building. How cool is that? All of these cool exotics are growing here casually in London. When I walk down the streets, you see this huge cordyline here. And just across the street here, you can find some yuccas behind there. Look at those. Is it Yucca elephantippus or gigantea? It's the same time. Two different names. I don't know. I think so, but cool. Another huge Yucca gigantea here. Look at the plant. Yucca elephantippus, Yucca gigantea, same. Really stiff, nice leaves here. Wow. There's a trachy behind there, Trachycarpus fortunae. Let's check it out. Yeah, wasn't the most beautiful, but it's there. We are at St. James Square and we got some palms over here. These are Washingtonia palms growing outside here in London without any protection. Let's see what kind of type Washingtonias are these. I think there are some kind of Washingtonia filibusta. It's a hybrid because you can see the trunk here is sort of semi-fat and the coloring of the leaves are somewhat in between filifera and robusta, and you can see the petioles up there. They have a slight touch of red, but they are not so red as robusta. But they got the teeth on the petioles are more robusta-like, so these palms seem to have traits from both types. Alright, let's see if we can get to the back side of this fence and have a look at the other side. There's a huge Agave Americana here, by the way. Looking great. More Washingtonias over there. Here we have some bananas. Musabasho, I would think. Quite tall. Okay, let's go inside the park. Too bad it wasn't open. Coming up here inside of this park is Jubaea chilensis palm. Jubaea chilensis. Look at that. One of the most beautiful palms, I think. Quite hardy, stunning look. Maybe the hardiest of the feather palms. Wow. There's a cycas, looking a little yellowish, but still so cool it's growing here in London. Quite huge too. Trachycarpus fortunae growing here. More trachyes. Let's see what we got here. Here's a Washingtonia. 2 Washingtonias. Quite robusta-ish with the sharp teeth and the coloring on the petioles here. Huge, nice leaves. And here's another one. This one's getting tall. I think it's mostly robusta, could be slightly hybridized. Robusta dominant. There's a smaller one. Imagine in 10-15 years when all these Washingtonias are growing up, they will truly transform the skyline of London. Because I see these small ones everywhere, so I guess a lot of people have been planting out palm trees the last 5 years or so, 10 years. So just give it time. Another street, more palm trees. Check out these 2 washes here, Washingtonias, in front of this house. looks like they are hybrids. Some sort of Washingtonia filibuster. Nice Phoenix canariensis growing here at the corner of this small garden. Almost no room for it. Random London street. Look at this huge Trachycarpus fortunae growing here. It's tall. Look at the size of the trunk. Let's see it from the other side of the road here, how it looks. Very impressive. You see them everywhere here in London. Phoenix canariensis growing up behind fences. Great foliage. This is like the back alley of a larger building here with apartments. How cool. Came across this bunch of yuccas. I believe they are Yucca gloriosa. That's a quite hardy yucca. You can grow them a lot of places. Gives your garden an exotic look. Be aware of the pointed tips. You can easily cut or stab yourself with them. Really nice bunch of yuccas. Check out the trunk down here. How cool is that? Yucca gloriosa, London, UK. Got a few red star cordyceps here. Beautiful area close to the Kew Gardens. Got a couple of beautiful Trachycarpus fortuna here inside the Kew Gardens. Nice skirt on that one. Behind me there is the Holm greenhouse, the tropical ports. Kew Gardens, Phoenix canariensis that has started to form a trunk at the base, like going upwards. Kew Gardens, London. Got a bunch of nice camarops growing here, forming huge trunks.
I don't believe in this story. I don't believe in this story that was like 500 years ago. It's like, how many
Camarops growing here in the Kew Gardens. Flowering. The Mediterranean fan palm. And here's the Trachycarpus fortunae. More camarops over here. Even more here. Trachycarpus. Nice building. Gonna walk around the garden here and see what I can find. Got some yuccas. More camarops here. Trachycarpus fortunae. So many Trachycarpus fortunae around here. The Kew Gardens. Is that a vaggie? Trachycarpus bagnorianus behind there. I think so. And what do we got here? It's a Chilean wine palm, Jubaea chilensis. Yeah, I guess those are Trachycarpus bagnorianus. Smaller, stiffer leaves. They're really nice looking. Yeah, that must be a waggy. Large Trachycarpus fortunei. And another. Right now I'm at the Palm Centre outside of London, and I am just going to show you some of the incredible plants that you can find here. They have this Jubaea chilensis planted in the ground, and it's the biggest I've seen in London. It's truly massive. Check out the trunk here. Compared to my foot, it's gigantic. What a beautiful palm tree. Jubaea chilensis. With some camerups growing here alongside of it. That's another palm. Not quite sure about the type here, but again, look at the Jubaea. Here's a butia, also in the ground, growing along this wall. here at the Palm Centre in London. And some gigantic bamboo. I'm so fascinated about this Jubaea here. Just one more look. I am now going to show you a little taste of what I have here at the Palm Centre. Here we have olive trees as far as the eye can see. And we got some beautiful plants over here. Check out this trachy here. Check it out. What a beautiful crown. Another trachy here, and a bunch of tree ferns. That you can buy if you want to. Also known as Dixonia antarctica. Enormous place. Just going to show you a few things. Some canariensis and Trachycarpus vagnorianus. There's a Butia planted here in the ground, and they have some enormous Jubaea chilensis for sale. If I lived here, I would go bankrupt. There's so much to buy and see here. These are for sale. You want a big Jubaea in your garden? Go to the Palm Centre in London. They have it. Some Yucca rostrata over here. More camarips. Want a big Washingtonia? They got it. And there's so much inside also. So many greenhouses here. There's another Butia in the ground. Jubaea chilensis. If I could just take these back with me home on the plane. More Butias here. That's a Brahia agilis. Brahia agilis. Ruthias. Some Washingtonias for you here. Brahia agilis. More camrops over here. Brahia. Some canary palms. Washingtonia robusta. Huge cycads, looking awesome. Would you like a Trachycarpus wagnerianus? Check out this row here. Beautiful, beautiful plants. The small trachys. Camrops. Some Fortuna back there. More Trachycarpus here. Some baggies here. I could go on and on. There's so many palm trees here. So many cool plants. Small Butia. Camrops humilis cerifera. Nice color on those. Desert plants. With a basho, I think. Yeah, with a basho. Really small, nice plants here. Mini wagnerianus here. Okay, end of movie.